Hello to all my subscribers, this is Trade Forex with Tom. So today one of my viewers left a comment about how I overcome my psychology when I'm actually trading. So let's get straight to the video. I want you to watch this video all the way to the end because this video might actually help you overcome. Not many traders out there will actually go into detail how I actually managed to overcome any emotions, and when it comes to trading, psychology side is super important, guys. So without wasting any time, let's get straight to the video. So as you may already know, I do drive an Uber. Now I've been asked a few times, even as I'm driving an Uber, I always speak to people about that I trade and what I do and all that stuff. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, so basically a lot of people came up to me and they were like, if you're making 10, 15k, 20k a month, why are you driving an Uber at the same time? Well, here's the simple answer. Not every week is a trading week for me. There's weeks, sometimes even up to a month, where I don't actually touch any trades. The simple question and answer to this would be, I don't trade when I don't see a setup. That's one of the reasons why I'm driving an Uber. Because if I'm not trading, I want to do something. And I don't want to be watching the charts every day. I don't want to be spending too much time on the charts if there's no need. I normally just oh, this is my Ben, by the way. Yeah, I normally just see my chart and just mark out your trades, mark out what you want to take and when you want to take it. So you got your key levels that I'm focused on, so set my alerts on those prices on the pairs that I want to trade, and then I just leave it running, and then I'm driving an Uber. Now when I'm in a trade, this is when a lot of traders out there are making a mistake. So by you entering a trade, you always have your limits of how far the trade is gonna go, how far do you want to take it when it comes to taking a profit, and your stop loss. So in order for you to be focused, and I want you to listen to this carefully, if you want to be sure that your risk management is the way it should be, for every trade that you enter, always think that this is the amount that you're risking. So if I give you a clear example, if I'm risking £1,000 in a trade, then that means when my stop loss hits at to 1,000, that means I'm done for that week or sometimes that day. It depends on the market structure and see what's happening. And obviously you got your you got your take profit. So you'll take profit. I normally go for the key levels, but sometimes those key levels might not get fully hit. You know, you could have a fundamental news, economic news. You know, it could be inflation rate that's changing. The market will reverse and all that stuff. You know, so it happens. But when that happens, so if a trade is going against me, that means I'm risking that £1,000 that I just put in. If it's going my direction, then you kind of keep an eye on it, you know, see if it hits your take profit. But that doesn't mean stay on your charts a whole stupid day just watching that candlesticks to hit your take profit or your stop loss. You enter the trade, there's something that I've learned in the past, that you set your target, you set your stop losses, and then you just forget about that trade. Don't think about that trade anymore. Whether it works out or not, don't think about it, you know. That's the best way to go for it. So just ignore. Whatever happens, happens. You entered the trade for a reason because you saw something. You saw your setup, you entered for the trade. If it didn't work out, fine. If it did, perfect. That's the thing that you have to think about. You know, it's your trade, it's your money. You risk that amount, and just got that day. You know, of course, I've had some losses in past, not small losses, man. I mean, look, I've lost 40k in one day. But it depends on your capital at the same time. It depends how much money you've got in your account. If your account is quite small, then you're not going to risk that much. And if you are risking too much, you're getting stopped out, and that means you're blowing an account at the same time. I do have a few friends here in my city where I live, and I'm trying to teach them how to trade. It's hard to change someone's psychology when it comes to trading, but if you can, and if you do have a full-time job, if you're not ready for Forex to be a full-time job, then I'll suggest just don't overcome it. You know, don't overtake it. If you're not ready, stick to your 9 to 5 job, stick to your night shifts, whatever you got to do. But on the side, keep on learning how to trade. Keep on trying. Don't give up. Look, you know, there's been times when I nearly gave up. You know, we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago. I blew a lot of accounts, and you know, I was just like constantly suffering, you know, sleepless nights, and you know, especially when you work the whole month, and then, you know, you lost like 1,000 or 2,000, and you're thinking to yourself, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So basically, what you're doing wrong is you're over trading a lot, you know. And by over trading, I mean, say like you just deposited £100 into your account, and your first trade is gonna be £60. Worst thing you can do, because you're risking that £60. And the problem is with your psychology, because you're risking £60, when you see -10, -20, you be like, I'm just going to leave it running, it might just reverse. No, you see -10, you have just overtraded your account, you're risking too much. Then basically what you got to do is just stop that trade. You're -10, that means you have entered the trade not at the right time. You've done something wrong. You know, it could be you haven't followed the fundamental news, you're trading during the major news announcements. Oh, basically the setup that you are trading just doesn't work. By all means, something that works for me doesn't have to work for you. You just have to find yourself a plan when you want to trade, and how you want to trade, and how much you're risking. So on a small account, I know you've seen thousands of videos here on YouTube where, you know, there's a trader who just flipped, I don't know, £10 into 1,000 in less than a week. It's possible, I'm not saying it's not, but that is a big risk. You know, he's taken a huge risk just by, you know, because he wants to overtrade himself. And it's not the way to do it. I mean, I'm not saying what's good, what's bad, what's this, but if you want to make it somewhere, and you don't want to work for a boss. So the reason why I drive an Uber is because there's no bosses. First, I've got no boss to tell me what time to start, what time to finish. You might think to yourself, yeah, but you're driving, like, you know, drunk people at 1 o'clock. No, I don't do late, I don't do nights. You know, the maximum I'll finish is about midnight max, and I just head off home. You know, I want to have a little sleep, and then, you know, if I'm waiting for a Forex setup to come through and I've got an alert switched on, then I'll just come and trade. If not, then I'll just play with my puppy, you know, see what he is. Yeah, he's over there. So you just have to find yourself a time, you know, for yourself to educate yourself and put some effort in there. And psychology side, obviously, you know, you just have to say to yourself, this is how much I'm risking, this is how much I'm willing to lose, and this is how much I want to gain. Another tip for you, if the trade is going your direction and you can see that you're take profit is, say, 20, 30 pips in profit already, what I want you to do is set your stop loss on the exact level where you have entered your trade. So that means if something happens to the market, you haven't lost a penny. You haven't lost anything, you know? Or you can trail your take profit, you know? But sometimes, you know what happens? You're trailing it, you know, you get stopped out. Yeah, you're still in profit, but you could have made more. That's why set and forget will be the best option for you. So if you're risking $50, 50 pounds, 50 yens, whatever the currency you're trading, you basically, you stop there, you lost. If you win, you win. Your key levels are important. Your, say like, if you're trading and you see the higher high and it drops down to that higher low, then, you know, basically stick to that. But your take profit is going to be on that higher high and not the new higher high. That's where your take profit is going to be. If that's the case, you know, or try and hit 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So that means if you put £100 in or $100, you want to be in profit that $100. You're basically doubling your account. It could be daily, it could be weekly. So for instance, you know, if you enter a trade with £20 and you can make it to, say, like 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio, then okay, fair enough. You just made, you know, yourself £100, you know, easy. But it didn't take one day. Sometimes it takes 2 days, maximum even 3 days. It depends how volatile and how fast the market moves. So that's the way to do it. And on the other hand, is when I enter a trade, do I stay on my charts and watch it like an idiot? No, you know, I entered my trade. I had to go to gym or something, take my dog out, go and have a walk in the park or something. If it's not that, then, you know, get in my car, you know, drive an Uber, talk to people, you know, ask them how the day was and all that stuff. You know, you kind of get into the conversation where people ask you, oh, what do you do for a living? Are you just driving an Uber? Do you do something else? Yeah, I trade financial markets. You know, I've got a little YouTube channel. You can follow me, all that stuff, you know. They kind of get interesting sometimes, you know, because, you know, they want to see, okay, you know, have you made any money on it? You know, so yeah, there's money to be made if you follow simple rules and you follow your strategy and stuff like that. One more tip for you guys is that times that you trade makes a huge difference, because if you look at my videos, I normally trade at between 8 o'clock in the morning till about 9 o'clock in the morning in the UK, and then between half past one and 2 o'clock in afternoon. So obviously London session, New York session, that's what I'm looking for my trades. Even one trade lets me down, the second one is a winner, you know. So sometimes it happens, or sometimes you get 2 trades in one day. But if I can get that one trade in the morning, that's when your risk management kicks in. So say like if I enter the trade with £100 and I'm aiming for 3-to-1 and I make 300 and I lose the other trade, so that means I'm still entering with £100, but I only lost 100. I still made £200 profit, right? So that's all you have to think about, you know, on the amount that you're trading with. And that's it, guys, you know. So anyway, if you wanna learn more, or you've got more questions, leave a comment, guys, and I'll try and do a video about it, you know. Obviously I'm thinking about, you know, sorting out a couple of new videos in future, like candlesticks patterns and all that stuff, because I've been asked by a few friends, you know, if I can break it down. So I'm gonna try and do a couple of more videos in future. Of course, I want to grow this channel as far as possible, because there are a lot of new things that I wanna share with you. So definitely stay in touch and hit that like button, hit that bell, whatever that is, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side.